So if you guys can mute yourself, mute yourself. I'm not going to take a lot of time this evening because I know it's late for you guys, but I do want to give you guys some tips and strategies because this is the season. This is the part of the year where it's more easier to land clients because people are truly trying to get their businesses in order and prepare for the next year. Man, 2023 is right around the corner. It's like this year went so fast. It's already the 10th of October. Man, it seemed like October just started. Although I love October, it's my birthday month, but it's going too fast. It's going way too fast. So, ladies, I want to start us off with a little survey because I have been doing a lot of research and I'm about to launch another edition with my mentoringship, my one-on-one mentoringship that I'm glad that Kiko's here. I'm actually going to be starting it with my current one-on-one mentors. I realized over months of research and just watching different things that I already knew that everybody learned different. Nothing wrong with that. What I did notice that's not out there is there's not a course designed particularly for what you may need individually. So I am going to launch in my new one-on-one. I'm going to create a course for my client, for my one-on-one mentees, a course that suits them. We will find out we won't find out. We will discover your strengths, your weaknesses. We will discover what it is you truly want to do as a VA. And we will create the course around that. So if you want to be a podcast manager, if you want to be a YouTube coach, a VA for YouTubers or a VA for coaches, whatever your niche is, your baseline niche, that's where we will start with the course. And it'll be custom to you and what you need to generate revenue and land clients in your own individual VA business. It's been, let me tell you, as an entrepreneur, business owner, VA freelancer, whatever you want to call it, life goes on. Let me tell you, no matter what you got going on in your business, life itself still go on. So in these times, we have to still be able to push through and run our businesses, serve our clients, and things like that. I'm also going to add an addition for just straight support, not always about learning, because a lot of times it be our confidence sometimes. When you all are starting your journey, my experience exactly from the beginning, you're starting your journey and it's taking a minute to land clients. You really start losing confidence and questioning yourself as if you made the right choice. Now, let me tell you something. Before I would get to that part and I would just find something different to do because I would feel it wasn't working. But when I came and decided to launch my VA business, I did something different. I just pushed through. And I noticed that the more uncomfortable it got, the more things start to happen. Bigger things start to happen. I started landing bigger clients because I found a way to push through the uncomfortable moments. I know that sounds crazy, but if anyone here believes in God, let me tell you, you don't get the good without the bad. And when you are being challenged, know that there is a blessing waiting for you.
Amen.
Truly. And I'm not preaching, this isn't a motivational speech. This is life and it's the truth. I witnessed it. I am still witnessing it. I am noticing on my journey, even today, the higher I climb, the more levels I beat, as I call it, the bigger my trial get. It's like I'm being tested or something, you know? And that's why it's important to remember the why. When you decide that you're going to be a freelancer and you're going to work for yourself, this is one of them things where you truly have to be committed and willing to move outside your comfort zone. Because if you continue to do the same things that you have always done, you're going to get the same results. So if we want different results, we got to do something different. No matter how uncomfortable it gets, we got to push through that and find a way to get through it. This is why support groups are important, because you can hang in a community with people that understand what you're going through and can relate. A lot of times we try to speak to our families about it, and it's not that they don't support us. It's just that they're not going through it. They don't really understand. So the most they probably can do is give us an ear, but they're not really able to give us that advice that we're looking for because they're not going through it. They can't relate. That don't mean they don't love us. Just mean they're not going through it. So this is why we build this community, so that you'll have someone that truly understand how it feels to be pitching clients for a week straight and don't get no response. You know, you can really conversate with somebody that could give you some advice because they've been there before, and they can give you some suggestions and some tips that they use to get from that point. This is what we're about in Mompreneurs, establishing family and business. That name is for a reason, because our purpose is to establish you so that you can take care of your family and business. So we give you these tips and these strategies. And let me tell you something, this is why I want to do the custom courses, because just because it worked for me, don't mean it's going to work for you. So I want to make sure that we can find something that works for you, because your journey is different than my journey. Now, I've been watching Facebook all weekend. I've been seeing new VAs, and I've been seeing them pitching. Man, they've been going hard. Let's talk about that for a minute. I noticed something. When you think about your client and you think about where they hang out at, when we think about Facebook, think about what your client is on Facebook for. If you want to cold pitch a person or pitch them in the DMs, my advice, if you find them on Facebook or Instagram, and this is why I always say, do your research when you find a potential client, so you'll know all the platforms that they have, you'll know information about their website and everything. But when you're finding these clients on Facebook or Instagram and you want to hit them up in the DMs, and it's so much controversy about pitching in the DMs. And I'm gonna be honest, a lot of people that I've talked to, they don't like that. They don't like you coming off salesy and spamming their DM. They want their inbox and DMs to be for their customers. So I did a little experiment over the last 90 days. I find clients on Facebook and Instagram, and then I pitch them on LinkedIn. If you think about it, when your potential client is on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is a business platform, and that's the mindset that your client has when they're on LinkedIn, they're more likely to respond to you on LinkedIn versus Facebook and Instagram, just because of the reputation of Facebook and Instagram. I'm not saying it's a bad reputation, but we all know, you know, how people will pitch you, you know, and be all salesy. But even on LinkedIn, when you're cold pitching someone, still try to build, still build that connection. Don't let the first message be all about landing the client, all about selling the client. Let the first message be about getting to know your client and letting them know that, hey, I did my research. I know what type of business you have. I know the needs that you have, because a lot of times in Facebook groups, people are posting their issues. They are looking for answers, but they're posting their problem in a lot of groups. But they don't want you to message them. I don't get it, but that's just how it's been going. So I want you ladies I had gave everyone a little assignment about finding your people and finding you a couple groups that you're going to post in every day for a week to be consistent, so that people can see you. You're putting your brand out there. Now people getting to know you. So while you're going in these groups, you find someone that you feel you want to work with. Do your research on them and see if they're on LinkedIn. If they're on LinkedIn, and 9 times out of 10, if they have a business, they're on LinkedIn. If they're on LinkedIn, go for the pitch there, because that's the business platform. Still find a way to show value. Don't let none of that fall to the wayside. But there is a proper place for everything to get a better result. LinkedIn is your business platform for social media. And 90% of the time when people are working, that's why LinkedIn is so active Monday through Friday, because those are more likely business hours. This is when people are networking on LinkedIn. Go to LinkedIn and pitch your client. Show value. Get used to being on camera, even if you have to set you up a Zoom account and record your Zooms and talk to yourself and until you're comfortable. Whatever it takes for you to get comfortable, that is going to make a big difference in your growth, I promise. Because not wanting to be on camera is going to give your potential client hesitation of wanting to work with you. People want to know that they're connecting with real people. And they want to know that they're connecting with people that truly care about the problem that they have and don't just want to get paid. Now, I know we all need money. We all need to get paid. But I'm telling you, when you go and serve with a pure heart and true intentions, it changes the game. The money will come for sure, no doubt about it. Because small business owners are who we serve. Whether they're coaches, podcasters, whoever, they're small business owners. If your intention is only to land this client to get paid, and you don't care if your client generate revenue, let me tell you, it's going to be hard for your client to pay you. So when you team up with your potential client, because you guys will become a team, you will now be a partner with your potential client. Your objective should be figuring out strategies, making their life easier so that they can generate more revenue, so that you can generate more revenue. That's just how it works. I have a friend of mine, and she was telling me, she needed a VA. She then went through a couple of VAs, and she needs a VA that she can truly vibe with, that truly want to help her in her business. She said to her, my last couple of VAs, although they did a good job, they did just enough to make sure they got paid the next month. Their just enough wasn't enough for me, because they didn't do anything to help me get results. It was like they were treating it like clocking in to a job. As a VA, we can't do that. Not if you truly want to grow, not if you truly want to be successful. Because again, these are small business owners. So this is an investment. When they hire you, they're making an investment in their business so that they can grow. So I'm telling you, pure heart, true intentions is going to generate you a lot of revenue. Not only will it generate you a lot of revenue, it's going to start getting clients reaching out to you to where you don't have to go and make your list of 50 people a day to reach out to and so on and so on, because now you got the reputation and people are talking about you. They're talking about how good you are. They're talking about how, yes, she truly do care. She treats my business like her business. And that's what you want to be known for. Every big business starts small. But when you're in that small business category, it is so important to build a team that truly want to help, truly want to be a partner. A lot of times you're going to get clients, ladies, that don't know what to outsource to you. They don't, because they've never had a client. So they don't know. They know that they got time-consuming tasks, but they don't know what to outsource to you, because when business owners think of a virtual assistant, all they think about is administrative tasks. This is why your marketing strategies have to be good. Building your online presence have to be good, because you have to let people know that you can do more than just data entry or manage an email. We honestly, as virtual assistants, can truly help our clients grow, can truly help our clients generate revenue. We truly could run their businesses for them if they knew what we did. I'm not saying tell them, hey, I want to run your business. I'm telling you to let them know that you can benefit them in more ways than just general admin tasks. The best thing to do is find that client you want to pitch. Learn everything about them. When you get that discovery call, already have a sample strategy of the task that you're going to be performing for them so that you can show them. Or you could use that as showing value. Create you a Loom video. Say, somebody reach out to you and they need help with project management. Create you a Loom video of a strategy that you would use to start putting their affairs in order for their business. Don't have to be the exact thing that you're going to use, but if you can show them a sample of what you're capable of, landing them clients is not going to be a problem. So that's what I have realized what we need to implement in our courses to get you ladies to be set aside from the competition. And one amazing networking strategy is going to networking meetings. I'm telling you, people are a little timid about networking meetings because you got to talk to people. And listen, you want to talk to people. You want to talk to people. WPN is a great community for women that are running their own business. And I will put links in the chat for you guys by the end of this webinar. But they are a great community for women running businesses, and they have free networking events all the time. They have an event called Networking with a Twist. Every time I go to one of those events, I leave with a client or two. Every time I go, I end up talking to somebody that didn't even know what a virtual assistant was. That also helps me land clients, because once you can tell a person who you are and what problem you solve, and they realize, oh my goodness, this is what I've been needing. That's why your message has to be clear. I talk all the time about an elevator pitch. It's not just to have something foxy to say. It's so that you got 30 seconds to get a person's attention. You want to make every second count so that that person want to either jump on a call, at least look into you to see who you are, go to your Facebook business page. Messaging is important. We're going to talk a lot about that in these next coming webinars, because that's how you truly and honestly start building your tribe. When I first started, no one told me the importance of an email list. And I spent a lot of money on courses and trainings, and nobody ever told me how important an email list was. From the very beginning, when you start creating contacts to reach out to, put those people on your email list if you have their email address. Find a way to get their email address versus just having their Facebook Messenger or something like that. Because although email marketing, it's a slow process, it is, but it's beneficial. Because as you build that list, you're building that list of your people, your tribe, the people that you would work with. You can create all kinds of marketing strategies through an email list to speak to your tribe. You create newsletters, send them tips and strategies about what the problem is that you're solving, the problem that you're marketing, to let them know that you are the expert in that field. This is how you build authority. And not only that, when people keep seeing you, they're going to remember you. That's why I tell you, the first thing to do is brand yourself. This is where you create the narrative of what you want people, how you want people to see you. Brand yourself. Have you a VA name? So you reach out to somebody and they'll be like, oh, I don't have the budget, or just not right now, or I just hired somebody. Okay, keep their information, put them on your email list, because you don't know what could happen a week, a month, 6 months from now. That person they hire may not work out, or they may all of a sudden generate a whole bunch of revenue and now they got a budget. You want your brand to be the first brand they think about when they say, oh yeah, I need a VA now. Where can I get a VA? Oh, the young lady that keeps reaching out to me every so often, she is a VA. This is how you want people to talk about you. Or they go to a networking meeting and somebody be like, anybody know how I can get in touch with a VA? I have this young lady that reached out to me. That's all it takes, guys. That's all it takes. Make sure that you are setting good impressions when you're talking to people, and know that you only got 30 seconds to catch a person's attention. So make it count. That's the most important thing. So we're going to take a pause. We're going to do this survey. And I'm going to launch this survey. It'll pop up on your screen, ladies. And then we'll go from there. All right. And again, thank you for joining. And also, Miss Tina is going to share a link for a checklist that she created for Tori and Company that is very beneficial on helping you when you're just starting out as a VA. She posts that link, ladies. Make sure you download that checklist. It's very beneficial. give you your steps and where to start and how to begin. I've been getting a lot of questions about a VA portfolio, a VA resume, a VA CV. This is my advice. For your portfolio, I would definitely customize it per client. You want it to be personal. You want that client to know that you're talking to them. You want them to feel as if you truly did this portfolio just for them. Even though it sounds small, it do make a big difference because they don't feel like it's just another sales pitch. That's why I say your messaging when you're talking, even if you're posting a message on your Facebook business page, talk to that one client so that when anybody read it, it's like you're talking to just them. That makes a huge difference, guys, seriously. So while we're taking the course, today is our last day for the early bird special. Now, just to talk a little bit about our courses, any courses that we launch, you have lifetime access to. So let's break down the definition of lifetime. Lifetime means the duration of that course. As long as that course is being offered, you have access. Also, with any of our courses, when we upgrade them and you've already bought it, when you upgrade them or we add more trainings, you get all that for free. You get access to all the new trainings that's uploaded to your specific category for free. You don't have to pay any extra because you get lifetime access to that particular course. We are or may do another launch after the first of the year, but at the rate that I am going and I'm adding more and more information, it will not be this price no more. And I'm not just saying that. I'm saying it won't be that price no more. As a VA, say as you grow and you decide you may want to be a coach, you may want to be a course creator, or whatever the case is, you're gonna find that it's very time consuming, but it's beneficial when it's done right, because we want you guys to land clients. And that's why I said they're just launching the course that they created to everybody. I want to customize these courses. I want to do something different because I want to make sure that you have the skills, the tools that you need to be successful on your journey. So if all I have is a general VA course, but I got 12 people that want to be social media managers and 4 more that want to be podcast managers, that's not really going to benefit them. Yeah, it'll benefit them, but they truly want to know how to serve in their niche. So I want to help you serve in your niche. You want to be a podcast manager? Let's create you a course on how to serve your client as a podcast manager, and so on and so on. That's the goal for our courses going forward. We want results for you. We want you guys to land clients. I also want to help you build your confidence, because that's a big factor too. I know it is. It was for me in the beginning. Being afraid. I still get butterflies to this day when I jump on a call with a potential client. Just the unknown of what a person is going to say I don't like rejection. Let me tell you, never have. I had to work on that. I don't like rejection, but I had to learn how to deal with it because you're going to get it. You are. But that doesn't make you a bad person. It don't mean you can't do your job. This means you wasn't right for that person or that person wasn't right for you. So doing all of the things, it takes more than just being able to serve your client with data entry or customer service. A whole picture. That's why you need a coach, whether it's me or somebody else. You should have a coach or a mentor, somebody that has already succeeded in what you're trying to do to help make your journey easier. Or you're going to spend a lot of time on, a lot of hours on YouTube. You're going to spend a lot of hours on Google shifting through the information that's true and what ain't true. You're going to run into a lot of people that just want to make a couple dollars and then going to give you the right information. And you're going to have to learn how to cipher through that. When you get you a coach, you got somebody to bounce your thoughts off of. You got somebody that can help you with your mindset, because mindset is a big part of business. I say this all the time. If you truly think you can do a thing and you feel and you know you can do a thing, you will do it. It may take a minute, but you will do it. This journey was not meant to be easy, guys. Think about it. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. Anything worth having, you're gonna have to put some work into. That's how you build experience, by the work that you put into it. Nobody goes straight from A to Z. Nobody. I don't care what they say. Nobody goes from A to Z. And a lot of times we'll be doing our research, seeing other VAs and seeing that, oh my goodness, they're doing very well in their VA business. Watching their YouTube videos and they got it all together. What they don't tell you is how they got there. They don't tell you about all the failures, and because they had some. That's how they learned. That's how they got to where they at. It wasn't just straight peaches and cream and it was perfect. No. It takes some time to build a business the right way, especially if this is what you want to do to maintain your family. This is it. This is your journey. You want to be a VA. You want to work for yourself. You want to control your time and your finances. You're going to have to put some work into it and create that strategy that works for you. So even though we got a lot of VAs out there that are doing well, don't compare yourself to them, because you're going to be doing really well as well. Their journey isn't your journey. They had to put the work in. I bet you a lot of them ain't going to tell you they probably fought hard for 5 years before they actually even came out with a YouTube channel trying to figure this thing out. So what looked good on video or on picture, know that a person worked hard for that, just like you're working hard. So don't compare yourself to others in your industry. You'll get there. You will. Do I have any questions before we go any further into this webinar? Okay. So I have a lot of general VAs on here, a lot of who want to be a general VA. So let's talk about that a little bit. I know when I started my journey, general VA was the first option because that was the most popular, and I felt like that's just what I could do. Honestly, if you want to be a general VA, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But think over the long term so that we'll know how to, feed you the information. Is the general VA just where you want to start? and then build your way up to something bigger. I'm gonna tell you, once you start serving clients, guys, you're gonna find things that you like to do, and you're gonna find the things that you don't like to do. Remember, you are the boss now. So those things that you don't like to do are services you don't have to offer. There's so many people in this world, and businesses are being born every day, that someone is going to need the exact services that you offer. Just because you don't offer services like the next VA, don't matter. You're going to find somebody that truly need the services that you do offer. So I'm saying this because a lot of us will create services just to attract clients, and then end up getting the clients for the services that we really don't want to do, or that we really don't know how to do. So be truly honest with yourself. Yes, you can offer services that you don't know how to do yet, if you have already put in your mind and committed to learning that service or that skill. Being a VA is you're always going to be learning. It's constantly, because things change on the regular, especially if you're a social media manager. Social media change almost every day from one platform to the next. The biggest thing about social media management is knowing the algorithm, learning that algorithm, and knowing how to read those metrics so that you can benefit your client. You got to know how to read the metrics so that you can know when to post, what time zone to post in, because you get all that information from the insights and the metrics. That's how you know when people are your person is most active on social media, is by reading the metrics. That's how you know what type of content your people respond to more, from reading the metrics. For any of my social media managers, when you land a client, always, 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 I don't care who they are, the very first thing you do is you do an audit. You go through all of their platforms, you pull their metrics, you get to know their audience yourself. But not only that, it will help you see what the progress that you're making for them from where they were when they came to you. Because clients don't always understand social media. You're going to get this a lot. They're going to hire you, and then 2 weeks is going to go by, and they're going to be like, I ain't seen no results. Social media is a slow game. This is where you build connections. You get people to know who you are. You get people to know your brand. And sometimes clients don't understand that. So it's important to communicate that from the beginning, because they think some clients feel that virtual assistants are magicians, and that just because they hired this VA, they're going to make all kinds of sales in a week. Or you'll get clients that have a event on Friday, and they'll reach out to you on Tuesday like, hey, can you help me with my event and generate some leads? And it's like, okay, well, it's a time period for this. You have to be honest with them, because social media is all about consistency, and letting them know that is important. Because I'm telling you, if you don't set your boundaries and be clear from the very beginning, you will have your clients texting you every other day talking about, I'm not seeing any results. I'm not making any money. Well, I can tell you one thing: if you are a great social media manager, like I know you will be, when you pull the metrics and you started posting on their account, and by their metrics, oh, you made progress. It's just progress that haven't made them dollars yet. So they don't feel that it's progress. So that's why weekly meetings with your client is also going to be essential to kill some of those random text messages. And sometimes that don't even help, because I have weekly meetings with my clients, and yeah, it's a whole nother ball game. But Setting your boundaries from the very beginning, your times that you're available. I don't care if this is your first client and you like, oh, I can be available whenever you need me. No, set your boundaries, because when you start landing other clients, you didn't tell this client you can be available whenever, and they're going to hold you to that. But it's more professional to just set your boundaries and let them know I'm available between 8 and 5, whatever hours you're available. And this is how I prefer to communicate, via email, or you can use tools like Slack or Voxer, whatever you are comfortable with your using to communicate with your client. But set those boundaries and make sure you're using a contract. I'm learning more and more, even after 10 years, I'm learning that even those clients that you connect to and you feel like, oh, we have a connection, like this could be my friend, still use a contract, because not only does the contract help hold you accountable, it helps hold your client accountable. Say you get hired to do a task, and as you guys are working, your client, because this is going to happen, your client comes to you and be like, oh, my friend, she got a VA and they did this, and this got a lot of results. They don't think about the industry that they're in, just because that worked for their friend. All they know is that their friend got results. Well, when you were hired, you weren't hired to do that thing that your client's friend was doing. So to kill the uncomfortable conversation of saying, yes, I can do that, but it's going to be an extra charge from the very beginning, make sure it's in the contract that if there's any extra responsibilities that's needed, it's going to be extra. You want to state that, or you'll find yourself doing a lot of things for a very low price. You'll cheat yourself. You'll cheat yourself, because you'll be getting paid for social media management, but now they want some podcast management, they want YouTube management, they want email marketing, affiliate marketing, and all of this. They're just piling on you, and you haven't charged them anymore. So set the boundaries from the very beginning. It's not to be disrespectful, but it's to keep it professional. Your rates. Honestly, think about your rates and what you're doing. My social media managers, social media is a high-end service. Really think about it, because a lot of times people will look at your rates and that's how they judge your experience. If you are too low, they're not going to feel that you know what you're doing. Now, we don't want to be too higher than everybody in the industry, but you want to be fair. So if you want $20 an hour, state that, and don't be ashamed. If you want $30 an hour, state that. General admin, the base rate in the US for general admin would be $20 an hour, would be low. And I know people that charge $55, $60 an hour for general admin. So just know what it is that you're offering. That's why I always tell you guys, write down every single service that you offer. Think about how much time would it take you to do each service, and then times that by your hourly rate that you have set. And that's when we start creating packages. My recommendation is to do retainer packages and do a small, medium, and high package. Your high package is everything that you possibly can offer. I would start with the high package, writing all of those services down, and then start taking from that high package and make the medium package and the low package. Get really comfortable with doing a lot of a la carte, because you're going to get people that might just want one extra thing that's not in your package. Even if it's only 25 extra bucks, you're still getting compensated for your time. And if you think about it, that will add up. So email list, very important. Start that from the beginning. When I first started, and I still use it from time to time when I'm sending out emails to the Facebook group and things like that, I use MailerLite. MailerLite is a platform that you can start for free and just get used to using it, get comfortable with it. I'll put a link in the chat for MailerLite before the end of this, but get used to it. Get comfortable, play around in it. Because once you start building that list of contacts, you're gonna wanna be able to communicate with your people, with your tribe. When you got new services that you're offering, you can send that out to your list. When you might be doing a launch, you can send that out to your list. Your people that already know who you are and the problem that you solve. So truly think about that. And then, guys, if you do that for yourself, you can offer it as a service. Anything that you do for yourself while building your VA business is a service that you can offer for another business owner. Whether it's branding, creating a brand board, branding their social media platforms, meaning make sure their platforms look the same across the board. It's little things that make a big difference, if that makes sense, that you could also offer as a service. I don't know how many times I gotta say this, but every big business starts small. So know that every service that you do for yourself, you're gonna be able to offer as a service. So if you like doing that, put it down on your list to add as a service. Email marketing is blowing up. Email marketing and affiliate marketing. If you are interested in, and you don't have to be interested in social media management to do email marketing or affiliate marketing, but if you are a social media manager, let me tell you, email marketing and affiliate marketing would be great add-ons. I wouldn't include them in a package unless it's going to be your big package, because those are premium services that could pretty much generate all your revenue on their own if you wanted it to. Because email marketing is going to make a big difference in your client's business. This is where you create the newsletters and things like that for your clients. When you let them know that your client got new products coming out and things like that. Another big marketing source that's coming back, as I say, because blogs used to be real big, and then they start dying out as social media came, because people are always on social media. But then people seen the importance of having a blog on their website for SEO purposes. That's how you drive traffic to your website. If you got some extra time, really look into SEO, because that's going to help. Know the platforms that are traffic driving platforms. Pinterest, definitely a traffic driving platform. Being a Pinterest manager alone is a premium service, and you could offer just that as a social media manager and make really good money. There is a lot that goes into being a Pinterest manager for Pinterest for business. It's different from your personal Pinterest. So if you're looking for that service that you could offer that would really just set you up, Pinterest management would be a great one. For one, there's not a lot of people who are doing it effectively. And Pinterest drives traffic. People don't just go to Pinterest for recipes. People are starting to go to Pinterest for just about everything now, just as they do any social media platform. Another one to learn is TikTok. TikTok is booming right now. Booming. And they're about to change their algorithm. They're about to start paying their influencers more. So it's really about to step up. Learn TikTok. If I was you. Market on TikTok. Everybody watch TikTok, guys. Everybody. So, do we have any questions? And I probably had some. Let's see. Sorry, ladies. Okay. So the course is launched today. The course is launched today. Today is the 10th, and they launched already. They launched today. But the course that I was talking to you guys about is honestly what if you are really ready to just spring forward, land clients, set yourself up. I would really think about the one-on-one mentorship with the customized courses, because this is the option that we are sitting down together and it's all about you. It's not about a VA in a whole, it's about you and helping you on your journey to achieve your goals. And while we're talking about goals, ladies, setting goals, write them down. I want to know some of your goals. Where do you want to be by the end of this year? By the end of this year, I want you to put this in the chat. By the end of this year, I want to be serving clients and making $2,000 a month. Now, the end of this year ain't but 2 months away. Yes, that's possible. It's definitely possible to think about your goals. Be truthful with yourself about your strengths. Be truthful with yourself about your weaknesses. Work on your weaknesses and continue to amplify your strengths. Seriously. Truly identify who your client is. Who are you talking to when you're building your brand or your presence on social media? Who are you talking to? Who are you drawing to your brand? Know who this person is. Know where they hang out. Know why they hang out where they hang out. Know what their hobbies are. Know the books they read. I tell you to do all this because this is how you're going to create content for that client. When you actually know who you're serving, you can create the content to get their attention so they will hire you. Ladies, it's not going to be difficult. It's not. It's going to be a lot of hard work. It is. Yes, it is. But it's going to be worth it. Can I get a couple of people to tell me their why? I want to talk to some people that I have not met yet. Miss Olivia, what is your why? You're muted, love.
I'm sorry.
You're fine. What's your why? Why do you want to be a VA? Why do you want to be a freelancer?
I want to be a VA because I want to retain what I'm doing previously in my corporate job.
Okay. Okay.
I love planning, ordering of materials, because I've worked in a manufacturing company, import-export.
Okay. So you sound like a really good inventory manager.
Thank you. Yes, I am. Yes, I was.
Are you interested in like e-commerce? Being a VA for e-commerce businesses?
Yes, I think that will be suited me because of my background.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for sharing. That would be great with your background. And I am so happy that you didn't say that you didn't have any experience because you're a new VA. Guys, you just don't know how much that gets under my skin when somebody say they're a newbie, because you are shooting yourself in the foot. When you start setting that track of mind that you're a newbie, it makes you feel as if you don't know anything, but you do. Anytime that you have worked for somebody else, I say this all the time, anytime you have worked for somebody else, you have gained skills along the way, you have now experience that is transferable. The only new part is how you're serving now, how you're delivering that experience. So you have experience, you just may
I
not
don't know
have
how.
an. Go ahead.
I don't know how to start because we are working in remote virtually.
Mhm.
I don't know how to start.
Okay. So that checklist that's in the chat is going to give you a big, it's going to be a big help, because it is the steps to start off when you have absolutely no experience. So you want to brand yourself, meaning you want to create a name for your VA business, whether you self-brand and call it Olivia's or Olivia Assist, whatever you want to call it. This is your business. But brand yourself, create that name, get you some colors that you want to represent your brand, because you are, again, creating the narrative of how you want people to see you. This is one of them things where you got control of how people see you and what people are going to be saying about you. So do you want to be known as being trendy or professional or fun? Create that in your brand. Use colors to go with it. Create images that you would use with your brand all the time. And I have some resources for people that are in the branding stage where you can get free stock photos. And Canva, guys, is amazing. It is truly the tool for non-designers, because I can't draw a stick figure. That's sad. But Canva, I can do all kinds of stuff. I look like I'm a beast in being an artist. I ain't no artist, nowhere near. Nowhere near. But Canva truly is a really good platform for things like that. And as your business grows, you're going to see that there are so many other platforms out there that's going to be best for you in whatever stage you are in your business. It's not always about Google, using Google and Canva and all that, because when you start getting booked out, you may want to use something that's a little more automated to save you a little bit of time. But let me tell you, starting out, use the free stuff. Use those trials that they offer. When you're starting out as a VA, do not worry about using Google Workspace. Use it. It's free. It may take a little more time to set up your CRMs and things like that, but it's free. You're setting up. As you start landing clients, then start paying for different platforms and software and get you a website and things like that. That's why I say create your business Facebook page. That business Facebook page is your website when you start out. Everything that you need, you're going to have on your website, you can put on that Facebook business page. Not your personal profile. Start a business page. I took some courses with Meta and I got Meta certified. I still don't know what that means yet, but they sent me a certificate and said I was Meta certified. I said, okay, I'll accept. But I did some training to learn how to use their platform. What is the best way to learn how to use the platform but from the person who made the platform? You know, they gonna give you all the ins and outs, and that's what I did. So they told me that they're doing a lot of changes because they want businesses to use their platforms. That's why they're always coming out with new tools for businesses to use. Now we're at a point with Facebook, when they see businesses being advertised on your personal profile, they're going to start suspending them because they want to drive that traffic to their Meta business suite. They want you to use the business profile. So get used to doing any platform that you set up. Get used to setting it up on their business option. There is a reason for that. They're going to help you with the algorithm. They're going to help direct your people to your platforms on that particular business platform. And you don't want to be like we all do. We in a Facebook group. We comment on somebody's stuff. Let me tell you, this is exactly what I do. If I make a post in a Facebook group and somebody comment on my stuff and I don't know who they is, I click their picture and go look at their profile to see who they are. That's what everybody do. So when you are trying to land clients and you go and you see somebody and you can answer their question and you comment, and then they see it and they say, oh, I wonder who this is. She just solved my problem. They click your picture and they see you twerking and your kids jumping off of bridges. That is going to lose business. Yes. You want to use your business page. Don't mix business with personal. And another thing, guys, when you start landing clients, do not request your client as a friend unless you both are comfortable with it. You don't want to give a person no more. People are judges by nature. We can't control other people. We can only control ourselves. So we don't want to give nobody nothing more to judge than the service that we're providing. That's it. I don't want my clients asking me about none of my children or none of that because it's not their business and this is business. Don't ask me about my kids. What do you need me to do for you? Now, when you start building a team and things like that, that's different. But when you're serving your client, serve your client. Show them that you're professional. Show them you're worth the investment that they're making. Because again, it is an investment. As you grow, you too can also start hiring VA. Outsource it. You might get a client that has some things that she need or he need done that you're not able to do, but you can do everything except for one thing. Well, you don't want to turn the client down, so you outsource that part. Find someone that needs that know how to do it and needs to land a client and hire them. Pay it forward. We look out for one another in this community. Let me tell you, my whole basis is when I add on to my team or when somebody reach out to me and be like, they need a VA and they want me to refer somebody. The first place I go is to my ladies that have already taken one of my courses or that is in my mentorship program. Because I know these ladies, I can account for these ladies. I know what they can do. So remember that. When you do outsource, make sure somebody that you know how to do it. Because a lot of people will tell you that they are a VA. A lot of people will tell you they know how to do a thing and they don't. And that do not look good for business. especially when you're trying to set a stature in this industry and be known for what you want to be known for. Just do your research on your clients and your people you're going to be having help. Ladies, the checklist is in the chat. Do you have any questions? Any at all? Where are you in your journey? Like what's most troublesome for you? What are you having the most issue with? Let me help you here today. We're going to turn this into a group coaching. Let's help one another. What is it that you need to move forward in your journey? I'll tell you what I needed. I needed clients. That's what I needed when I first started. Somebody asked me that. I was like, I need a client, duh. Okay, so what can I do to help you land that client? Do you need help with the marketing? Do you need help with the messaging? Do you need help with where to find these clients? They're everywhere. It's your approach. Know that for sure. And like I said in the beginning, don't be scared to cold pitch somebody or jump in their DMs. It's just how you do it and where you do it. Use the more business professional platform for cold pitching or something like that. It goes over a whole lot better. Also, when I say move outside your comfort zone, truly move outside your comfort zone. Find some podcasts to be on to talk about your services and the problem you solve. If you're a writer, find a blog to co-write or create your own blog. See, these are the things that we do in our courses. We help you create other avenues to generate revenue. We help you create marketing strategies. We help you get comfortable with talking to your client. Miss Tina's asking, what's keeping you from starting your VA journey? What's keeping anyone from starting? Okay, so I'm gonna talk to somebody I ain't talked to in a long time and touch bases. Hey, Miss Vicky Rose, how are you, love? She may not be able to open her camera, which is fine. When I started, guys, I didn't like being on camera. I didn't like how I looked. I didn't like how I sounded. You couldn't get me on a camera video to save my life. I didn't take pictures like that, but I found that I had to do something different in order to get something different. And video, although it can be scary, video is a tool that you can use that is going to give you the upper hand in what you're trying to do, because so many people are afraid to use video. Even when you're pitching a client, I found that it is much easier to record a Loom video to send to my client when I'm pitching versus write the email out, because I'm able to be expressive like I want to in a video, so that they can feel my passion and know that I know what I'm talking about, and know that's the first step of them knowing your personality and actually being able to tell if you're someone that they could be compatible with. And while we're speaking of compatibility, don't always look to be compatible to them, but make sure they're compatible for you. Don't take a client just because you need the money, because if you don't like the client, you don't like what they do, you're not gonna serve them to the best because you don't like it. That's just like getting up every morning, going to work to a job you really don't want, but you gotta go because you gotta pay the rent. So you really don't want to go, but you got to. You're a VA now. You're the owner of your company now. You get to decide who you want to work with. And I'm telling you, when you truly keep that in mind and you work with people that you really want to work with, the relationships are longer, the pay is better because you are going above and beyond every single time because you're enjoying what you do. That's important as well. We'll talk a little bit about some things not to do. Let's start with, we talked about doing an audit for your client when you're working with social media or as a social media manager. On your discovery call, your client is about to hire you. Don't just be like, okay, and not ask questions. Understand your client's goals for why they hired you. Understand what their goals are, especially for social media, but for their business in a whole, for whatever the task is that they're hiring you for. Ask questions. Before you get on that discovery call, think of some questions that you can ask. Also, if you like I was and you don't want to be on a call for long, start thinking about questions that you can answer during your pitch so they have less questions. You control the conversation. Frequently asked questions. Start to keep a list of your frequently asked questions. Those are questions that you can post on your Facebook business page. Those are questions that you can post when you pitch and everything, so that their questions, all the questions that they might have already answered. They really know you know what you're doing in. They're like, well, wow, you done covered all the bases. Yeah, all you got to do is hire me now. That's where you want it to be. And I'm going to always tell you, do not work outside your business hours. Do not make exceptions out of what boundaries you set. And if you haven't noticed, I keep saying this because I learned the hard way. I got my first client. I was so happy to have my client. I said, don't worry about it. Yes, you can call me. She started calling me at 2 o'clock in the morning. When you tell them they can call you whenever, and then you don't, they'll hold that against you. They ain't gonna consider that it's 2 in the morning. Oh, she's probably been working all day. No, she said I could call her whenever, and then she don't even answer. I was asleep. Please set those boundaries. Don't be afraid to set those boundaries. So some tips on how to conquer overwhelming things as a starter. Chris, be more specific, please. Give me an example. Is she still here? Yes. Give me an example for your question. Some tips on how to conquer overwhelming things. That could mean a lot. So being unorganized can be very overwhelming. I say start from the very beginning with setting your systems up, being organized. Know from the very start what you're going to use to organize your clients and your tasks and things like that, whether it's Google Sheets, Google Docs, Trello, Asana, ClickUp. Being organized from the very beginning is going to benefit you greatly. Setting up systems from the very beginning is going to benefit you greatly. Meaning, write down what happens when you get on a discovery call. Then write down the step that happens after you have a discovery call. Write down a step, what happens when you onboard a client? Write all of those steps down. You're starting to build your system. My advice is write it down and keep it somewhere so that even if you start to hire a team and something happen in your world, they can go to your SOP, which I'm still creating. That's why I'm telling you to do it from the very beginning. They can go to your SOP and still run things the way that you would run them. No question. So set up your systems from the very beginning. So if you want to shift from one skill to another, the best thing I can tell you about that is actually knowing the skills that you are switching to, getting training, doing research, and being able to actually perform those skills. When you hire a client and you tell them that you can do a thing, 90% of the time they're hiring you to do a thing that they don't have time to do or they can't do. So when you tell them that you can do it, they already think you're the expert, and that's how they're going to treat you. Like you are the expert in this specific service. Always, I don't care if you do know how to do it. Keep up to date on your information on the services that you provide. You could be a general admin and do bookkeeping using QuickBooks for 2 years straight. That don't matter. Still, upskill. Because these softwares, they continue to add new things all the time. So stay in the loop on your particular service and how you can offer it. Knowing the best ways to offer it, the trending ways, new ways. Just stay educated. Being a VA is one industry that you will always be learning because things change so rapidly. They do. And I don't want to say that to scare you or overwhelm you. But what I'm saying is just stay up to date on what you're offering. Nothing wrong with doing trainings and things like that. Today, as a coach, I have a coach. I still do training because I always want to be in a position to serve my client better than my competitor. That's the mindset that I have. So I'm always training, always. If something come out on a specific service that I offer and it's a new training, I'm gonna take it. I don't care if I do feel I already know how to do it. I can guarantee when you look at it like that, it's always going to be something new you learn about something that you already know how to do. Because it's change. Things are changing all the time. I want to answer some questions. I know it's getting late, so I don't want to keep anyone for too long. But I want you guys to know that our community is truly here to support. Whether you buy a course, a training, or whatever, you don't have to do none of that. And we're still here to support. When you do purchase our courses, we put you in our members only community called Boss Squad. which we post other tips and strategies and trainings and things like that in there. There's always room for provision in anything that you do. Notice, whatever you do, just do it well. And when you're pitching your clients, you don't have to be the first person to respond. You just got to be the best. So do your research before you pitch your client so that you can set yourself aside from your competitors. And know that a lot of times you're going to hear that there's a lot of virtual assistants, it's too much competition. No, you got to get creative on where you're outreaching your clients, how you're serving, because we're all hanging in the same places. That's why it seems like it's a lot of competition. Everybody is following the same trends. Everyone is getting on YouTube to see how to serve their client, and everybody's doing the same thing in the same places. We got to get creative. We got to think outside the box, because there are more people than not that don't even know what a virtual assistant is yet. So getting creative, pushing yourself outside your comfort zone is going to be major. Attend some online networking meetings. Even if you don't want to talk, they don't make you talk. Just attend them, see what they're like. These people are going to be your clients. You can go to meetup.com, find networking meetings in your area. Other areas still, they're starting to have in-person networking meetings. You just got to do a little research. I'm going to put the link in this chat about WPN. It's amazing for women in networking because it's all different industries. And I've been a member of WPN for a while now. Now I am in their coaching program, and my coach is amazing. But 90% of the time, I'm the only virtual assistant at the networking meeting. That's a benefit, guys. That's a true benefit when you're wanting to land clients. So keep that in mind. Definitely manifesting clients, manifest anything that you believe, guys, it'll happen. But you got to truly believe. You do. Like I'm telling you, speak things into existence. I don't know how much you believe that, but you truly can speak things into existence. Just think about it. When you start anticipating something bad is about to happen and you concentrate and put your mind on that bad thing and it end up happening, you anticipated it. Do that with the good things. That's why we have our support groups, because we have all grew up with limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs, we don't even know why we have them. But we have grew up with them from something somebody may have told us when we were younger that just stuck with us. And we just always believed. I had a young lady who was in the 3rd grade, and another little kid told her in the 3rd grade that she'll never, ever be able to be a singer. She'll never be able to do it. And she always thought that. And believe it or not, she could sing. But because that really hurt her feelings and sat with her, she carried that over the years and always believed she would never be able to do it. Until she got her a coach and start working on her mindset. And guess what? She's singing now. So it's all in what you believe you can do, honestly. I'm going to put these links in here as I said. And now is the time to come on if you have any questions about anything, your journey, the courses, our mentorship, Or if you want some coaching, I'll give you some coaching right here. And this don't happen all the time. Also, I offer free coaching sessions, and I put my link in the group. I'm canceling everybody's appointment, and this is why. I'm going to reach out to people via their email, if they're included their email, and schedule a appointment, because a lot of people scheduled their appointments, and since they've done that, not one person has showed up for their coaching session. Now, guys, when we're making appointments, let's be considerate of other people's time, or another person that might really wanted that coaching session and would have showed up. We got to be considerate. I know things happen. I do. But know that if you did sign up for the free coaching session and you got a cancellation notice, that don't mean I'm not going to coach you. Just be looking for my email. I'm going to confirm a time via my email, just so I can keep my calendar clear, because my calendar got booked up, but nobody's showing up. So I'm going to find another way to do that, because even as you guys start scheduling people and creating your calendars, you want to be mindful of that. Really let people know, hey, if you're going to set this appointment, please show up, because this is my bread and butter. I'm meeting with people that truly need my help. And if you're not going to show up, someone that really needed me could have showed up. Just in being considerate. I'm still looking for the link. I'm sorry. So pitching a client. Do your research. Learn everything that you can about that client, from their website, their social media, if they're writing blogs, whatever they got out there that you can find. And create you a pitch to where you're getting to know these people. You're telling this person things about them so that they'll know that you know them, that you've done your work, that this, not only that you know them, but it shows them that you go above and beyond. This is someone that they need, someone to go above and beyond. It's little things that business owners look at that tell them the type of person you are. You want them to know that you can solve their problem, but you also want to find a way to show value, so that, again, you can set yourself aside from the competition. Meaning, like I said earlier, if you're going to apply for project management, send them a sample project management strategy. If you're going to be a social media manager, create some content or graphics that you would do if you were working with them. Look on their platform, see what kind of content they're already creating or they're already posting. And then you create something that you would do for them and send it to them and let them know, no strings attached. This is what I would do if I was working for you or working with you, because you won't be working for no one no more, because you are a business owner now, but you will be working with them in their business. So when you ask for pitching, do you have something specific about pitching that you would like to know? I know we get scared of the cold DM. Great. I'm glad I answered the question. Everybody a little scared about just cold DMing. It's still effective. Remember, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. Because it's still effective. It's just how you do it. Think about yourself when you're getting messages. I don't read the messages that come through in that first line. I can see they're trying to sell me something. I don't read them. I delete them. Because you're not even taking the time to try to even get to know me. And you're telling me that you just want to make a couple dollars real quick. I want someone that can be a partner in my business. So when you get to engaging with them, asking them how their day is, what I do sometimes is I'll find my dream client that I want to work with. I'll look on their social media platforms. I'll find a post that I can resonate with, and I'll send them a message about it and be like, hey, you made a good point about such and such, and leave it at that. I don't try to sell them or anything. Compliment them. Or if I get a client that I have reached out to and they weren't able to work with me because they didn't have the budget or they had hired someone else, I'll wait a couple weeks and still reach out just to see how they are and ask them, how is things going? Or if something that I know, I'm looking at some things and I know something that could benefit them, I'll just tell them, hey, Reels is trending now on Instagram. If you start, if you have your VA do more Reels, you might actually expand your reach or something like that. Give them something of value. And I'm telling you that you'll start building a relationship. You want to build relationships in this industry. Because not only for client landing, but connections. Like, hello, you start building relationships. Don't be scared to build relationships with other VAs. You may have a VA that you speak with on social media that don't offer the services that you offer. So when they do come across the client that want to hire them, that want the services that you offer, but they don't, they'll refer you. You're building connections. Or you guys could think outside the box and do a joint venture. You never know. You could do a webinar with her or him or vice versa. But there are so many different strategies to get your brand noticed so that you can land clients. And those are other things that we talk about in our program. It's all about your presence, guys. It really is. And what people know you, what they know about you. So I'm going to put Women's Prosperity Network in here, the link. If you guys just want to see what a networking event is like, or if you just want to join their Facebook community, in their Facebook community, you're able to advertise your VA business. That's the purpose. They want to build you up, whether you buy one of their programs or not. They let you advertise. They have a group on Facebook and they have a group on LinkedIn. So this is also, you can create a free members profile on there. Now, this community has a lot of members that are in their paid membership that look for services that you offer. They let you build a free profile on their platform to let people know that you are a VA. And when some of their members are looking for a VA, you have a profile in their directory that they let you build for free. You can't beat that. And I'm going to, that one is for the free member. And I'm going to put this link in for networking with a twist. If you feel you want to just see what online networking is about, if you've never been to a networking event, those are a couple of resources that I'm going to provide for you ladies today. So, any questions? I know this was more of a motivational webinar. I had some slides and some formal stuff, but I just felt like we just really needed to understand that We got this. Like, it's first of all, it's the end of the year. I'm getting so many messages in my inbox about people getting burnt out because they can't land clients. And I don't want you guys to give up. What I want you to do is I want you to reach out to me when you feel like you're getting burnt out and you want to give up, because there are other ways. Just got to look at different strategies. You got to think outside the box. You got to do something different. If you've been doing this for a while and you haven't landed a client yet, really be honest with yourself. Have you moved outside your comfort zone? Have you implemented anything different in order to get a different result? And then a lot of times, especially with landing clients, it's just a little consistency and being persistent. Those two go hand in hand. So showing value, if you don't do anything else when you're outreaching clients, find a way to show value. Because I'm telling you, a lot of people are not doing that. I get pitches every day in my inbox, and they're not showing value. No one's, even the more I talk about it on my webinars and on my lives and in my community, no one is showing value. Just sending their portfolios. Some of them don't even send their portfolio. They just be like, are you hiring? No, not. Because I want to get to know a person that's going to be working in my business with me. So if you reach out to me and I don't know who you are, and the only thing you got to say to me is, are you hiring? I'm going to say no. Because that tell me you just need to make a couple dollars. You're not interested in the problem that I need solved at all. So think about that with your clients that you're pitching. Seriously, build a relationship with them. All right, ladies. Well, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming. I also would love to grab your email so that we can send out tips and strategies to you when we do send them out. And then you can know when the next free webinar is, or our next masterclass or training, so that you can attend. But also, I would just like to keep in touch just to see how your journey is and how things is going for you. Seriously, I'm really concerned. And when you get wins, host them in the community. We want to hear those wins. Seriously, all wins are good wins. Even if I take all wins, little wins, big wins. If I make a market and research post in a community and one person comment on it, that's a win for me. That's a win for me. Somebody noticed me. And let me tell you something about people noticing you. Just because they don't like your post and they don't comment on your stuff, no, people watching. Oh, people watching you for sure. Just because they don't always comment, oh, they watching you for sure. People are nosy. Seriously. So always show up as your best you when you're online and you're building your presence. And I don't care if you feel you won't have enough followers. You talk to people on your platforms like you got 1 million followers. And you continue to do that. You give them tips, you give them strategies, you let them know that you are the expert in your field. This is how you build authority. Olivia, that's good. All right, guys. I truly enjoyed talking to you guys today. We're going to do some more of these. We'll send it out in the email. If you guys provided your email, you'll receive it. Jim, you're the bomb. Thank you, love. You're the bomb. You're the bomb. Seriously, each and every one of you guys, I'm telling you, you got this. It's not as hard as it is. I bet you're being more hard on yourself than what it actually is. And if you can just get with somebody, get you a coach or somebody that can help you bring that out and help you create new strategies, this client landing mission will turn out a whole lot better. Seriously, it will. And no, things take time, but everything has a time and it will happen. It will. It truly will. All right, guys. Until the next time.